and welcome students in class Hard Triple One. Today I would like to discuss climate and soil for horticultural crops. These both the things are very important for doing cultivation of any horticultural crops. So it is advisable to the growers, to the horticultural producers to select the appropriate crops as per the soil and climatic requirement of the crops. First is soil. Soil is the uppermost crust of earth surface which supports plant growth. It is defined as three-phase system in which plants grow. These phases are solid, liquid and gas and are essential. Solid part is frame which provides space for other two. This consists of minerals, clay minerals and organic matter. The soil is also a living system with millions of microbes that break down organic matter and build it again. Microbes are essential and survive only when soil is well aerated and rich in organic matter and devoid of waterlogged situations. Texture of soil depends on the size of solid particles and classified as gravel, coarse and fine sand, silt and clay. Soils are classified according to relative distribution of these particles and there are 12 textural classes. Likewise, arrangement of these particles is referred as structure and both texture and structure lend soil physical properties like water holding capacity, aeration and bulk density. Generally, loamy soils and crumb structures are most preferred for fruit trees. According to level of organic matter, soils are classified as mineral soil or organic soil, and soil having more than 20% organic matter is organic soil like peat and mud. Minerals and salts lend chemical properties to the soil like pH, alkalinity, sodicity, salinity and cationic sense capacity which influence the availability of nutrients in soil. Therefore, for making a right choice for soil analysis in terms of following criteria is essential to decide on land capability. Criteria of land capability classes are slope and erosion hazard, depth, drainage and workability, stoniness and rockiness with water holding capacity, permeability of soils, nutrient availability in the soils, fertility status of the soils, salinity, alkalinity and acidity hazards. Based on these criteria, there are 8 capability classes, of which first to fourth are suitable for cultivation and fifth to eighth are not suitable for cultivation. The soil provides support for the plant and act as storehouse of nutrients and water as well as oxygen for root growth. The ability of the soil to support plant growth is often referred to as its productive capacity, which depends on fertility and physical condition. Therefore, the soil has to be a good soil. A good soil is one which has the capacity to nourish and sustain plant growth by providing mineral particles, nutrients, in an available form to plants by their interaction with soil, air, moisture, microbes and humus. Generally, a loam soil is considered to be a good soil for cultivation of all kinds of horticultural crops. Generally, fruit crops need porous, aerated and deep up to 2 meter uniformly textured soils, and the pH of the soil should be within the range of 6 to 8. Soil with hard pan within 120 centimeter from surface, soil with high clay content at surface and very less at subsurface or vice versa are not suitable for doing cultivation of fruits. Fruit crops are susceptible to waterlogged conditions and growth is adversely affected by salinity, sodicity and alkalinity. It is therefore important that soil is analyzed for its quality and the choice of the crop is made for sustainable production. If the soils are problematic like poor aerated or poor drainage, sodicity, alkalinity, acidity and salinity, they require improvement or reclamation before taking up crop production or the venture would fail. Alternatively, tolerant or resistant crops can be chosen for different problems. Salinity tolerant crops: Kair, Kirni, wood apple, date palm, bear, amla, big fig and sapota. These are the crops which can be grown in where there is a problem of salt. Sodicity tolerant crops: bear, tamarind, wood apple, date palm, amla, karonda, fig, falsa, pomegranate, guava, bale and almond. Drought tolerant crops like bear, amla, falsa, lashoda, kair, custard apple, karonda, fig, guava, etc. If we know the soil and the requirement of soil for the crops, then choice of the crop can easily be made. Categories grouping of fruits according to their tolerance to salinity. If you have high salt tolerant soils, date palm, bear and amla, these crops can be economically cultivated in such soils. Medium salt tolerant soils in which pomegranate, fig and grape can be successfully cultivated. Low salt tolerance: apple, orange, almond, lemon and avocado, these crops can be successfully cultivated. In making choice of soil for fruit crops, physical properties should be emphasized. More as chemical can be added from outside to improve nutrient status and chemical properties of the soils. Generally, the depth and the drainage ability are very important for crop production. To upkeep soils for sustainable production, following things are to be done before and after planting a crop. Soil analysis in terms of its physical and chemical attributes. Bring the soil to its optimum potential by applying organic matter, chemical fertilizers, micronutrient and amendments depending on soil analysis report. Adoption of soil conservation technique like green manuring on regular basis. Use of improved water management techniques like drip irrigation and check basin or furrows. Incorporation of large quantity of bulky organic matter each year. Creation of appropriate drainage around the pot. Scraping of salts and reclamation of soil by application of gypsum, iron pyrides, press mud, etc. on regular basis in case of salinity problem. Replenishment of nutrients harvested by the crop on regular basis by preparing a balance sheet of nutrients. Recycling or organic waste. Soil is most important natural resource for food culture and it needs to be protected and improved. Now we discuss about climate. Climate is the most important factor on which choice of the crop for a region depends, and therefore understanding about soil and climate and their requirement for different crops for optimum production on sustainable basis is important for the horticulturist. Climate is defined as the whole of average atmospheric phenomena for a certain region calculated for a period of 30 years. These phenomena are light, heat, water and air. Light: electromagnetic radiation to which the organs of plant react, ranging in wavelength from 4000 to 7700 angstrom units and is propagated at a speed of about 500 kilometers per second. It is essential for the process of photosynthesis and therefore for growth and development of plants. There are two aspects of light: its intensity and duration, which are important for plant development. The light intensity can be estimated from the number of hours of bright sunlight or from the cloudiness of sky. Generally, horticultural crops need a lot of light and must be grown in sunny climate. But there are some crops which can tolerate shade, for example, turmeric and ginger. There are others like young mangosteen, coffee, cocoa and tea need shade during part of their development. A third group requires permanent shade like salag palm, duku and carambola. The duration of light for the time elapsing between dawn and dusk referred as photoperiod or day length. This exists considerably influence on flowering. Based on the responsible for by plants, the major process are following. However, fruit crops for such categories are not known. Long day plants: cabbage, cauliflower, onion, beetroot, radish, carrot, spinach, potato, dill and plantago. Short day plants: strawberry, pineapple, chrysanthemum, poinsettia, aster, balsam, salvia, euphorbia and xanthemum. Day neutral plants: tomato, most food crops, pepper, cucumber, snapdragon, mirabilis and certain varieties of peas. Now we discuss about heat. Heat is a non-mechanical energy transfer with reference to a temperature difference between a system and its environmental surrounding. It is measured as temperature by thermometers. The growth of the plants depends primarily on temperatures. Ability of heat units decide the crop for a given place, and the average temperature of a place gives an idea about heat units available, on the basis of which crop can be calculated. Temperate fruit crops like apple, pear, peach, plum and almond became dormant due to short day conditions in the region and need chilling of various lengths to break dormancy. Frost and chilling are harmful for tropical and subtropical plants. On the other hand, extremely high temperatures found in arid regions cause wilting, sun scald, necrotic spots and even death of plants. Therefore, under such conditions, appropriate choice of plants and provision for protection is become important. Based on temperature variations on the surface of the earth, we have the following climates: tropical, equable climate with no distinct winter, subtropical climate with distinct winter and summer, temperate, distinct winter, summer and autumn with temperature below freezing during winter is common. Examples of crops which can be successfully cultivated in these climates. First one is tropical: mango, banana, papaya, sapota, pineapple, coconut, cashew, areca nut, breadfruit, jackfruit and avocado. These are the suitable crops to grow in tropical regions. And second one is subtropical: guava, grape, citrus, date palm, falsa, pomegranate, lychee and locust. These are subtropical crops and can be economically cultivated in subtropical areas. Third one is temperate climate, in which we grow apple, pear, peach, plum, quince, apricot, walnut, almond, strawberry and cherry. These are the low temperatures tolerating crops and can be economically cultivated in temperate regions. Classification of vegetables and flower crops according to seasons. Warm season and cool seasons. Vegetables belongs to warm seasons: bottle gourd, watermelon, brinjal, tomato, cluster bean, okra, sweet potato. Whereas vegetables belong to cool seasons, which can be grown during Rabi season in the plains and on the hills: cabbage, cauliflower, pea, radish, tomato, beans, potato, onion, carrot, radish and tomato. These crops can be successfully cultivated on plains during winter seasons. Flowers belongs to warm seasons: zinnia, chrysanthemum, sunflower, gomphrenia, gaillardia, portulaca, cochia, amaranthus, celosia, coreopsis. And flowers belongs to cool season. These are aster, poppy, dianthus, dahlia, salvia, petunia, pansy, phlox, coreopsis, verbena, dimorphica, calendula, etc. Now we discuss regarding water. Water is a transparent, odorless and tasteless liquid compound of hydrogen and oxygen, H2O, with 11.91% hydrogen and 83.81% oxygen. It is present in the water, H2O, that is H2O. It is essential for plant growth and development as a substance in photosynthesis, regulation of plant temperatures, distribution of metabolites and nutrients. It comes through precipitation of rain and snow. Near equator, the total rainfall is 2000 millimeter per year, and away from it, which reduces but again influenced by a number of factors like mountain range. Water requirement of plant is dependent on soil type and evaporation rate, evapotranspiration rate. For crop production, it is not the total rainfall, but its distribution is more important, and in Indian subcontinent, we have rains mainly confined to June to September. Thereby, fruit culture in India had to be supported by irrigation, or one has to select crop where fruiting is confined to water availability periods and trees remain dormant during stress. Especially in Rajasthan condition, we recommend to take crops where there is a maximum moisture availability, like for amla, guava, pomegranate. These are the crops in which we regulate the flowers to take the crops when there is a maximum moisture availability, right from July to February. Water is also present in the atmosphere as vapor, and we call it as humidity. This atmospheric humidity also influences growth and development of plants. Low humidity has drying effects and enhances water requirement, whereas high humidity favors fungal diseases. Plants liking for high humidity and low humidity are there. High humidity, sapota, banana, mangosteen, jackfruit and breadfruit. Low humidity, dry, bear, grape, date palm, pomegranate, citrus, amla and guava. Air, a mixture of oxygen, nitrogen and other gases that surrounds the earth and forms its atmosphere. It is also one of the climatic factors influencing plant growth. If its quality is polluted by the accumulation of gases like hydrocarbons, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, ethylene and methane, the plant growth adversely affected, but we are more concerned with the movement of air, wind causing great damage to crops in deserts, coastal areas, valleys, or which provision of windbreaks and shelter beds are suggested, and such situations sometimes have to be avoided for plantation. The storm has a wind speed of 50 kilometers per hour, whereas hurricane has a wind speed of more than 100 kilometers per hour. Classification of plants according to photoperiodic requirements. Short day plants. Strawberry, chrysanthemum, Cosmos bipinnatus, aster, poinsettia, impatiens, balsamina, balsam, salvia occidentalis, euphorbia pulcherrima, xanthemum, pencil genicum, rice, some soybean varieties and tobacco. Long day plants, spinach, beet, radish, potato, hibiscus, syriacus, Poaceamus niger, anethum, gravulens, plantago, lanceolata and wheat. Day neutral plants, most of the fruit crops, tomato, pepper, cucumber, mirabilis, 4 o'clock plants, cotton, certain varieties of peas, buckwheat and snapdragon. SL plants, strawberry, primula, malcoids and cineraria hybrids. LL plants, chrysanthemum, leucanthemum, silene, pendula. LS plants, Physostygia virginiana, Botonia latissiquama. SS plant, Forbutus snail, Cosmos bipinnatus and Glycine max. LI plants, phlox, paniculata. SI plants, late varieties of rice. IS plants, chrysanthemum, ericum. IL plants, spinach and wheat. II plants, capsicum, fruit sense, bell pepper and early varieties of rice. Thank you.